Reason why it's so late at night is I woke up and I discovered it was like 4:30, close to 5 p.m. Actually, it was about 5 p.m. And I was like, whoa, it's been such a long time since I've woke up so late as a NEET. 5 p.m. I've been having these long sessions of Gods Unchained, crypto-based video game. So I've been a bit addicted to that of late. But anyway, on to my commentary. Came across a Reddit post on the NEET forum. Talking about some guy was complaining about being of the 99% unprivileged people and blaming it all on supposed God, if it does exist, that it would be the one to blame for people being on the majority end of the spectrum of being born underprivileged, and the top 1% being in a blissful state. And I just like to respond that I don't think this follows. They, I don't think they were being snide or mocking or anything like that. They, had a genuine question, because at the end the guy said, was there something wrong with my logic? And I applaud that, being open to criticism and not just being there to mock and deride belief in God or stuff like that. And he also said he doesn't care whether there is a religion is true, any particular religion, but that if there was some sort of basic creator of the world, he would be worthy of blame, because just like the producer of robots, being engineers, and the maker of various foods, that being chefs, they would be to blame if you had a poor product. And so I would just like to respond in general that I don't think this criticism holds. Number one, the guy says that this would be the only reason that he would have to make such a world of people, would be to watch them suffer, or to partake in to have their suffering as being like one of the things he's interested in. And I don't think that follows. There could be other reasons. Like, for example, I gave him in a response post that we seem to be creatures that have significant freedom, right? I have the ability to, as I'm driving right now, turn into a tree and smash at full speed if I want to or not. And the thing is, with significant freedom comes the possibility for significant evil. I could, break into a house and attempt to kill everybody in the premises right now. Just get out of my car and just go on a murdering spree. Now, it's very unlikely that I do that, given my previous characteristic behavior. It's about as likely as me getting out of my car and finding a piece of, dog crap on the ground and just eating it with, freely eating it and enjoying, going, yum. Yeah, that's about as unlikely, that's how unlikely it is for me to kill people, or to run my car intentionally into a tree, for fun. And so, yeah, given significant freedom, there are going to be evils, and it wouldn't really be surprising to discover in such a world significant amounts of evil. And so why couldn't it be that this being has some other prerogative, that he obviously believes freedom is good, and I agree with that. I enjoy my freedom. I'm not protesting, and nobody protests against freedom. Remove our freedoms, no one's picketing on the streets declaring to politicians, remove our freedoms, explicitly and directly, maybe indirectly, but not explicitly and directly remove our freedoms. And besides, our freedoms are hardwired in us, so it'd have to be biologically tinkered with somehow. You'd have to be like a prisoner in your body. But given that we have significant freedom, I don't see it as being the only reason that there is evil in the world and suffering. Now, the kind of evil and suffering he's talking about is human induced or involved evil and suffering, and not many philosophers really talk about this, as far as I know. It's, you know, your critical philosophers are usually interested in disproving God, and so they mainly talk about natural evil independent of human involvement, because they wanna show, independent of our freedoms and everything, that there is some sort of evil, therefore God probably doesn't exist. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to comment on that, that it doesn't follow that this would be the only reason, and there are actually good reasons, to think that our objective moral values would be grounded in such a being. So at the end of the day, we really wouldn't have any warrant to criticize such a being, because he is the source of our values and duties. So yeah, given all of that, I think that, once you start getting into the nitty-gritty of life, you discover that there's more stuff to consider about this being God. And once there's more points to consider, the notion, this offended notion that a person might have of his own existence because he's the 99%, becomes less significant, because you discover that your existence is not all about being pampered like some sort of a pet. Your existence is about worshiping this creator of the universe. It's not about your own happiness. It's about, as I would say, discovering out that your duty is to love God and enjoy Him forever. That's basically it. So yeah, I wonder what you guys think about all that. Leave your comments below, or feel free to respond in the NEET forum where it was first brought up. And if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. Check out the various ways that you can support this channel below. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.